So welcome. We start with the huge talking point from Sunday's game. Eberechi Eze's free kick for Crystal Palace being ruled out in the first half at Stamford Bridge. So I'll tell you what, let's get straight to it and have a look at that.
Eze to take! Oh, he hit that all right! A magnificent thunderbolt from the boots of Eberechi Eze.
Well, the VAR, we understand, are having a look here to see whether there is some interference in the wall there from one of the Crystal Palace players, effectively blocking. Mark Gehi here, look, bundles Caicedo out of the way. That's what the VAR, James Bell, is looking at here.
Well, I mean, there's the...
Is that enough for you, Chris?
I don't. I mean, this would be scandalous if this is ruled out.
Away number 6 is less than 1 metre into the wall as a shot is taken. Therefore, it's an indirect free kick and a disallowed goal.
Scandalous if it's ruled out. Well, it was, and we heard Darren England mention it there, didn't we, as well? But I mean, explain why it was ruled out then, Dermot. This Law 13.
Yeah. Do you want to do this one?
No, you go ahead.
Go on.
This is the law, you know. If they set up a wall with 3 or more players, that'd be a metre from it. Often that you see that the forward stands in front of the wall. In this case, Gay stood between 2 players. He wasn't part of the wall. I mean, if you show the actual start point, I can illustrate it better for you. Where they set up, you've got a wall on the left-hand side as we're looking. You've got 2 players which Gay's between. There's no problem. This is the start point. There's no problem because he's between 2 players. He's not deemed in the wall. But as the free kick's about to be taken, if you watch Gay's movement, what he does, he moves into Caicedo. And by moving into Caicedo there, he actually makes Caicedo become part of the wall. And without doubt, because he's touching him, he's not a metre from it.
Yeah.
It arises because most free kicks, people say, well, we see that often. Well, you don't see it often, but you do see it sometimes. But most free kicks don't result in a goal.
That's probably the point, isn't it? More
and
than
because
anything.
it resulted in a goal, James Bell has to check the goal, and he picked this up.
I agree with you, and you know, by the letter of the law now, of course, it's a disallowed goal. But I do have a question for you. If this goes over the wall in this corner now, what happens then? Because is that still a free kick, even though it's not a metre from... Now it's a metre away from where the ball's going to go over the wall. Would that still be given as a free kick?
It's not the ball, is it? It's Gay's the impact, not the ball. So
he's not impacting this side of the wall, though. So I'm saying, would that be a free kick if we're in the top corner?
But he's connected. That's the point. That the ball's immaterial. Once the ball's in play, it's Gay's start position.
Okay.
And Gay's start position when the ball's in play is connected to the wall. There's no doubt about that.
So then they still give a free kick then?
Exactly, because it will get picked up by the VAR. And that's why it come about, is because a goal was scored and it got checked.
Correct. So we're looking here, we've gone back to this start position here as well, haven't we? I mean, had he have been further away from the wall, obviously the goal would have counted, as it wasn't given as a foul. Is that the point that you were trying to make?
Yeah, so if it was Mateta that pushed there, and obviously he would be 1 metre from the wall, would that be given then?
Well, it wasn't deemed a foul. That's the thing. It wasn't deemed a foul, so it's his position. The ironic thing is, if Gay had have gone into Cucurella, and they didn't deem it a foul, they'd have given a goal.
Okay.
Because it was all about Caicedo becoming part of the wall and Gay being in contact with it.
Yeah, seems like unlucky Law 13 to me, really. But I mean, do we really want to see goals ruled out like this?
I was saying that, Haley. I agree with that. Like, if you're just blocking players off, I always go with it. I mean, in my day, you could do that all the time, and you can do it from wide free kicks. You can block players off, and you want to see goals like that. That was a fantastic goal.
It was, but
are we going to see more of it, Dermot?
Without
setting
doubt,
a precedent now, isn't it?
Well, the genie's out of the bottle, isn't it? So I think now when
I think we will see it, because obviously teams are going to know you can't do it no more. So what's the point in doing it? And you might as well go for a free kick over the wall, or try and work something else out.
And also, most forwards stand in front of the wall, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Stand in front 1 metre.
OK, well, right, that was this weekend, but what we've done is dipped into the archives from last season because we wanted to find some similar incidents to compare it to. And in fact, this one went in favour of Chelsea. So having a look at this, why wasn't this late Reece James free kick, this was against Bournemouth in January, ruled out because Tosin and Mark Correa were actually within touching distance of the wall?
Well, it didn't get picked up, did it? That's the thing. It's
simple fact.
Simple fact. And what you say now, this one was picked up. Because one gets picked up, it's not fair to knock the referee who's got it right because somebody didn't. You know, what you'd say, you're moving forward. What you want now, it's got to be implemented week 2, week 3, week 4.
OK. Well, let's go back a good few weeks. Harry Maguire, right near the wall here. Have a look at this. Bruno Fernandes now actually scores against Everton. This was in February. So how about this one for you then, Dermot?
I think this is a different one, and we were discussing this one, Jay, weren't we? This one is different in so much as the referee has set that wall up and he set Maguire up, so he's happy that Maguire at the kick point was 1 metre away in front. I think that's a different entity, that one.
And he hasn't touched the wall or affected the wall. He's
Exactly,
just like kind of putting the keeper off more than anything.